Testing, 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 testing. All right, we good. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another live trading stocks. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Another market analysis, stocks slash futures. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, the last day of the month, 2026. We can do our analysis for Wednesday, April 1st, 2026. Okay. Quick recap. If you wasn't able to catch the stream earlier, had a pretty decent day. When we actually wasn't expecting a lot for the day, we wasn't expecting to really to trade. If we were to trade, we really wasn't expecting to trade. We actually ended up coming out pretty clean for the day. Of course, we didn't do as good as we did on Monday because, like we said, it was going against our overall bias that we wanted to trade with. But we still ended up managing to get a decent day out. On our analysis before market had opened today, we was like, hey, we expect today to be a green candle day. We was expecting Tuesday to be a green candle day. And that's what happened. It was a green candle day. We did good with that prediction. Reason why I was like, hey, maybe we don't trade today or it be scalping, was because since I was expecting a green candle day and my bias was bearish for the overall market, we in a downtrend, low, high, lower, low. I was like, do I really want to play the pullback? Do I want to trade in the pullback spot? And we did end up trading the pullback because we was like, you know what? Looking at the chart on that lower time frame, we seen opportunity to go pretty far up. So we took the chance. We took that trade, and it paid off. We didn't really have to risk too much today. I think at no point we was more than 2 contracts. I can't remember though. So I don't think we know more than 2 micros, and I don't think we didn't trade no regular size contracts. So we managed to close today in the green. I think on stream we was up 490. I did take one more trade. We did lose about $40. So I ended up leaving or closing the day at like 450. So other than that, that's the recap. And then of course for options, we took longs. I did not hold the longs all the way through. I took them at the beginning. I made my profit and got off. Like I cut the trade because I just didn't want to, risk pullback. So we ended up getting in longs. I think around that 845 area. This is where I got longs on QQQ. We took it, we rolled it up, let it pull back one more time. It made a new high, and when it took this high, I think I closed. Like right when it took this high, I closed the trade. And then I seen it. Of course, we seen it pull back. So I did not get back in, but I still was expecting us to come up to retest this hourly high at 569 and possibly this daily gap. And I was trying to get back in. I was going to get back in, but I something came up. I don't know why I didn't get back in. I remember I was feeling about to get back in. I think it was right here. I was about to get back in, but it didn't make the uptrend. So I didn't get in, and then it ended up, of course, shooting crazy after that. But um yeah, we still, like we said, we still made profit here. We got in around 566, got out at 568. So it still was a good trade, $2 move. Other than that, that was all we did. That's the only trades we took. So now we're gonna get into this analysis for tomorrow. Let me see if I can get the economic calendar pulled up for you guys. Give me 1 second. And tomorrow we got a lot of news coming out, so be ready for tomorrow. I expect it to be a very interesting day, if I have to say. Got a lot of news coming out tomorrow. All right, here we go. Make sure y'all can see it. I'm gonna look at my screen. See if y'all can see it on screen. Give me 1 second. Yeah, look like y'all can see it. All right. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 1st, start of the month. So we're expecting volatility just from the start of a month. At least that first week of that month, I expect some volatility. And closing of this month, March. So all that opening of a new month and just a recent close of a previous month, I expect volatility initially. Then it fell on a Wednesday. Y'all know how I feel about Wednesdays. Usually Wednesday is our reversal day. So if like say Monday, Tuesday was moving up, usually Wednesday might do the pullback. Or if we was moving down, usually Wednesday go up. So I'm gonna expect some type of something going on there. Not necessarily that we reverse, but some volatility can be implied. And then, like I said, looking at this list right here, this economic calendar, news, high impactful news. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scheduled events. So definitely looking at that. So first thing first to kick it off, 7:15, we got ADP non-farm employment change. Then going into 7:30, retail sales, core retail sales, 8:45, S&P Global Manufacturing PMI, at 9 a.m., ISM Manufacturing PMI, also 9 a.m., ISM Manufacturing Prices, and then 9:30 crude oil, but y'all know how I feel with crude oil. Yeah, I mean, we pretty jam-packed the whole morning, so definitely be on the lookout when that market first open up. Pre-market might look crazy too, especially around when it get closer to that 8:30 mark, like 8:20. You might see a lot of movement happening. So be careful. I kind of, if I had to give any type of advice, I say go light starting off until at least after 9 a.m. Okay. All right. So now let's get into the charts. And earnings wise, we don't really got anything crazy. So going to SPY. Let's check out SPY. Looking at SPY. Pretty much, honestly, y'all, our analysis is gonna be pretty quick today because it's basically gonna be the exact same, almost exact same as what we've been looking for from Monday, and then we expected Tuesday to lead us to. So looking at SPY, actually, let's go check out the monthly candle since we just closed this month. Monthly candle, we ended up closing red. We did make a lower low, but we failed to close below the previous low. Failing to close below the previous low can imply that we may get a slight pullback first before trying to come back down. So be on the lookout for that. Now I also see right here we got a monthly gap, monthly fair value gap right here at 649.14, and the bottom of it is 644.02. We also failed to close inside there. So like I said, we could see a pullback, and then we might try to retest and see if we can get below that. Yeah. Honestly, for April, my biggest thing for April is, do we stay as a red candle, and do we end up finally closing through this gap, this monthly gap at 644.02. We close below there, I'll look for a retest that next month, and then flush all the way down, possibly that 614 area. Okay? Alright, now let's go to that daily and get these drawings going. Looking at the daily, clear as day, we end up closing green. And I definitely want to change my charts because I was looking at my top step, comparing it to my trading view charts when it came to futures, and my levels was like two different spots. So and we know what it is. We didn't adjust for. I don't think we adjusted for something like dividends or something it said. But looking at SPY, clear as day, we closed the green, had a green candle. So this could be one or two things. Either it can be our pullback that we need for this downtrend to continue to go. So it's giving it some relief. So we got the low, high, lower low. This could potentially be the new lower high to lead us down, to go and flush us down to that 622 level. Biggest thing we need to see, what we need to see if we want to be bearish. If we bearish, y'all, what we looking for? A red candle. So we need one red daily candle, and then we ready to go and look for them shorts. Okay, one red daily candle, and we ready to look for them shorts. So really, that's plain and simple. If you trying to trade off the daily, you gotta wait till a red candle come. Potentially, we can see that rejection either right where it's currently at, sitting at this 650.82 area, this gap here. We can see market slow down here and then build a downtrend underneath 650.82 and then maybe try to take some shorts then. If we end up pushing up tomorrow, if we gap up, let's say if we gap up to 653.15, we do a retest of 653.15 and then push up and make an uptrend. Maybe we'll come to 655 and then maybe we can reject at the 655 level to shoot all the way back down. Where I would not want to take any trades though is if we come up above the 655, 61 level and build uptrends above it, I think I'm gonna start being more neutral to either being long or bearish. Okay, because the solidified level that we don't want the market to cross, we got a lower high at 660.89. That's one spot we don't want it to cross, but we really don't want it to cross at 662.62. Okay, once it breaks that, the downtrend is broken, and we really have to be neutral at that point. Okay, for the bulls, honestly, bulls, y'all really just look for some type of uptrend. It's gonna be more I say it's more scalping until we finally make an uptrend on a daily. I say just scalp it. Maybe if you're on 5 or 15, if you make an uptrend, get in off the uptrend, look for the most recent high. That's it. Kind of like what we did today on stream. We knew it was gonna want to go up, so we end up going to the hourly, looked at the most recent highs on the hourly. We seen one high here, we seen another high here, we seen another high here. Those was the highs we was aiming for. Okay, and we hit first high, second high, then of course after market close, it hit the third high. Okay, but honestly, that's for the bulls. If y'all want to go long, find a low time frame and just scalp. Like just take it to the nearest high. That's what I advise if I had to give my opinion. But me personally, I more so if I want to go heavy, I'm looking for them shorts. Not until we break that at least 655. We at least got to get above 655. 655, 58 will make me neutral. And then 660.89, or it'll make me start thinking neutral. And 660.89 will actually make me be neutral. Okay. All right. So honestly, like we said, that's what we're looking for. It's almost the same prediction as we had for today. It could be potentially a no trade day if I'm looking for just some shorts. Or it'll be a scalp day if I'm trying to go long. Okay. Going to QQQ. Check out the monthly real quick. QQQ monthly. Alright, it's a little bit different than SPY monthly. QQQ monthly actually did close below its monthly gap, monthly fair value gap. That level that we're watching is 581.16. We closed below it. So when we do the retest of that 581.16, do we stay below? Do we keep that downtrend underneath to get on here and let us keep flushing and come back down to that 55, possibly down to 542? Okay. So that 581.16 is a key level that we're watching for. I'm gonna actually put an alert there if I can. Let's put a purple line. for monthly. I want to set alert. Just crossing. If it just crossed, I don't even know. I should have did on the daily, but it's alright. Okay. Going down to the daily now. Looking at the daily. QQQ downtrend, like we said, high, low, lower, high, lower, low. It did make a high here, but it was with a red candle. So then we made a lower low. Okay. Biggest thing with QQQ, same thing like with SPY. We want to be bearish, we gotta see a red daily candle. Gotta see a red daily candle. I'm surprised there's no. I must skip the gap. Yeah. I say it gotta be a gap sitting here somewhere. That's too much empty space. Yeah, I skipped one gap. And it's a gap right there too that I can mark out. But I think we just work off this one. Alright. But QQQ, we could look for that rejection here where it's sitting at this 579 area. We also could see a push up, like we said, to that monthly gap at 581.16, and maybe we can see that rejection there. But once it start building an uptrend above 581.16, I'm gonna start being a little bit neutral on QQQ. Okay. Me personally, I'll be looking for them shorts. We get any downtrend underneath 578.79 or a downtrend underneath that 581.16. That's when I'll be starting to look for them shorts. Bulls, y'all know what I say. Scalp it to the top. Okay. Going to M&Q. Go over to M&Q. Looking at this monthly first. M&Q monthly. Close red. Close below the monthly gap. So we could see a retest of this monthly gap at 24,069. Look like we already retest. Let me see. Nah, we ain't completely get there yet. We 20 points off. But we could see a retest of that. And possibly that'd be where we drop. If we don't drop beforehand. Yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking for. That 24,069. Yep, 24,069. Looking at the daily, it's in a downtrend, low, high, lower, low. Potential new lower high. We just need what? Red daily candle. Same thing. Same thing. We need a red daily candle to tell us to go back short. Okay. Need that red daily candle to tell us to go back short. Damn, I'm trying to put it at 69. Alert at 69. My mouse keep moving. You said at 69.50, that'd be alright. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, that's really it. Main level we don't want to see it come break is this previous lower high at 24,763. Y'all can clearly see QQQ got a whole bunch of gaps, so I'm not even gonna mention these dang gaps. We just gonna be having them wait on downtrend or a red daily candle to go short. Okay. Going to NYM. NYM, let's go to that monthly. NYM monthly, red candle as well. It didn't touch any monthly gaps. So it did fail to close below this low, so we could see slight pullback before trying to retest this low at 45,773. But other than that, really nothing. We just made a lower low. That's it. No downtrend or nothing. So Just gotta let it develop at this point. We probably gotta wait like 2 months for it to develop, maybe. Going to that daily, we got low, high, lower low, potentially lower high. Potentially lower high. We gotta have a red counter to come in. The mix. Okay. Level we want to watch that we don't want to see market go above. It's still the same at 47,311. That's pretty much it. You see downtrend on the hourly. We taking shorts. See uptrend on the hourly. We will take scalp loans. Okay. It's really ain't. It really that we repeating the same thing on every chart because they all the same almost. CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike was interesting because I said for CrowdStrike we can see it go green again one more time, and then I was like, also we could get the red counter, but CrowdStrike, plain and simple, we just went on one red counter without taking 395.50. We get one red candle and don't take 395.50. I'm looking for them shorts to come back down here to 361.98. Okay, plain and simple. That's what I'm looking for CrowdStrike. The monthly closed red, so it's saying it's bearish. Closed below previous lows. Oh, my bad. This is the previous month. So we closed green, but we still stay below that previous lows over there to the left. Close green. If this next month can close red, we will fully make a downtrend, and we should be pushing down to that 298 area. Okay, at least into this daily gap. I mean, this monthly gap at 336. All right. So if we turn bearish, if we make this downtrend on CrowdStrike, I might actually swing it for like a month or so. See if we can get down to that 298. All right. But CrowdStrike, we waiting on one daily red candle. That's all we waiting on. If it breaks that 395.50, then hey, we off of the bears. You're not touching the shorts until we make a downtrend. Okay. Going to Meta. Meta ended up pushing up crazy today. It went up $35. We literally called this last night. We was like, hey, we got our first green daily candle. The last solidified level for Meta is all the way up at 672. So we was like, it got so much space to push up. And that's what it did. It gapped up and it pushed up hard. So it did both. And it still can keep going actually. Like we said, we only at 572. The last solidified level was at 672. That's a whole 100 points away. So it can still keep pushing up if it want. And this is the only thing that's making me a little bit, I guess you could say, hesitant on my shorts for the rest of the market is because how much space Meta has. Meta can literally push up so high that I'm thinking, hey, it can lead the other markets to keep pushing higher. So that's the thing for me. The Meta trade, I was like, I wish I got in, but y'all know I wouldn't go pay too soon on Tuesday. But it definitely pushed higher than I expected. I did expect us to go up, but I didn't think we was gonna go this far up off of just a doja candle. I thought we was gonna have to make one more green candle then shoot all the way up. But it is what it is. It shot up, and like I said, I still can see it going higher, potentially. So, Meta, honestly, Meta. If I see an uptrend above 680, I might look for a potential on at least just try to go up another $5, 685, something like that. Yeah, Meta, the only one I say I'm more bullish on, but that's only because how much space we have, you know. But if Meta get one red candle, I'm right back there. I'm think we coming right back down. So one red candle on Meta will definitely have me going back short. So. But I would like to scalp Meta to the upside more than any other instrument. Okay. All right, y'all, and that's pretty much it. That's what we look for tomorrow. Like we said, really, tomorrow I'm not gonna say it's a no trade day, but it's more go with the flow. You know, if we bullish, go light on the bulls, but you can scalp alone. We bearish, okay. Now I'm more a little bit heavier because that's my bias. And I like to be a little heavier on them shorts. Okay, because we might get a nice jump. But other than that, y'all have a good one. And your boy Keith is out. Peace.